Today I'm going to talk about cultivating enjoyment at the piano. Enjoyment is a core principle for me because if you're serious about the piano, playing the piano has to be enjoyable. This is non-negotiable. I started taking piano lessons at the age of 4, so I've been playing a long time by now. Playing the piano has brought me so much pleasure over the course of my life, and the piano has played different roles for me at different stages in my life. Over these past decades, my relationship with the piano has sort of become like a relationship to a friend or family member that I've known for a very long time and is woven into the fabric of my life. And actually, when I have a period of time when I can't practice for whatever reason, like maybe I'm traveling or I'm too busy with other things, I just feel off and a little down. I find that I can always solve this by going back to the piano. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't enjoy playing the piano every single day. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. I want to procrastinate or just blow it off. And when that happens, I have to go back and remember why I play the piano. That's what helps me cultivate enjoyment. So it's super important that you have a strong enough reason for playing the piano to get yourself through the tough times. Some people call this finding your why. Your why is the purpose behind playing the piano. What drives you? What meaning do you derive from it? The answer is different for everybody. When I was preparing this video on cultivating enjoyment at the piano, I asked my students for some of the reasons they enjoy playing the piano. Here are some of their answers. To connect with other people, to have a break from the other things going on in their life, to de-stress or relax, because it's something just for them, because they think the music is beautiful, because they like to share their music with other people. Now, those reasons might resonate with you, or you might have different ones of your own. And it's important that you think about what your reasons are. What is your why for playing the piano? Because even if you are really committed to playing the piano, it's totally normal to go through periods of low motivation. When you do any activity over the course of many years, you will naturally experience cycles of increasing and decreasing pleasure and drive. Here are my suggestions today for regaining your motivation and cultivating enjoyment if you hit a slump. First, keep the end result in mind. Learning to do anything really well takes a lot of practice, and there will be times when it really feels like a grind. It will feel like work. That's why it's important to remember why you're doing it. For example, if you're doing something that feels tedious at the moment, like learning notes, the reward will come after you get to the point where you can play it smoothly. Several of my students reported to me that they're able to push through the grind by reminding themselves that it's going to be fun when they get to the point where they can play something smoothly. Remember the thing you love the most about playing the piano, whether it's the feeling of mastery that comes with it, the fact that your music brings pleasure to other people, your fascination with the process of learning, or whatever why you have. My next suggestion is to always choose music you love to play. There is so much repertoire for the piano that we don't have an excuse for not always playing works that we feel passionate about. I recommend to my students that they keep a heart's desire list, which is a list of pieces you'd love to play someday. You can update it whenever you hear or come across a piece that you love, so that when you're looking for something new to learn, you can start by reviewing that list. Another way to cultivate enjoyment at the piano is to work on a variety of pieces ranging from just started in learning the notes through polished and ready to perform. If your motivation is low while you're learning notes for a new piece, reconnect with the sheer enjoyment of playing the piano by taking a break from that and playing something you already know that's fun to play. Or if you love to improvise or compose, take a break from the other aspects of your practicing to spend some time doing that. My next suggestion is to be playful. Gamify your practice. To gamify something means literally to turn it into a game. After all, we do call it playing the piano rather than working the piano. This strategy doesn't work for everyone, but if you're somebody who responds well to metrics and mini challenges, you can use that to your advantage. Come up with some game-like rules to make it fun. This will usually involve creating a series of challenges for yourself during practice, like trying to do something a certain number of times in a row, working something up to a specific number on the metronome, or spending a certain number of minutes on each section before moving on. Also, change it up. Don't get stuck in the same routine all the time. You don't want to always practice the same way. Think of practicing like going to the gym. It's not very exciting to do the exact same exercise routine day in and day out, month after month, year after year, right? The human brain loves novelty. When you practice, try different warm-up routines, work on your music in a different order from one way to the next, try new practice techniques, and work on different skills. Find ways to vary your routine. Another suggestion I have to help cultivate enjoyment at the piano that's key for so many people is don't go it alone. Find other people who enjoy playing the piano too and let the community motivate you, because if you're going through a motivational slump, there will be somebody else in the group who will be more motivated than you and who can help pull you out of it. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, play for yourself, not to please other people. This may seem counterintuitive given that we're performers who play for other people, aka an audience. Holding on to this mindset can be especially challenging when you're preparing for things that are going to be evaluated, such as auditions or competitions. But, and I know this might sound corny, at the end of the day, your music making has to come from your own heart, expressing your own self. If you start down the path of playing the piano solely in order to receive accolades or approval, that's a path that will eventually suck all the enjoyment out of playing the piano. What I mean is, focus on the process of daily practice, not the outcome. Try not to compare yourself to others and be kind to yourself. Remember, playing the piano is about self-expression, and there is something just so pleasurable about the experience of making music. If you approach it like that and keep the focus on pleasing yourself, then if somebody doesn't choose you or doesn't like your playing, it doesn't matter as much, because at the end of the day, the only person you need to satisfy is yourself, since you live with yourself 100% of the time. So those are some of my thoughts on cultivating enjoyment at the piano. This is one of my core principles and lies at the heart of my own playing and philosophy of teaching. It's so important to enjoy what we do. I love hearing from you. What is your why? Let me know some reasons you enjoy playing the piano in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Happy practicing!